We're back. Recap and record. It's a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's episode 5. It's the penultimate. Arguably the best episode of the season. We'll see. We're going to break it all down. Industry news, things we discover, the lore, the whole story.
Yes.
We're back. It's this week. We've got one more week left, dude. And
Yes.
I don't know how
One more week.
I don't know how I feel about it. Next week's going to be interesting for me, but we'll see. So all right, man, let's jump right into it. What do you got?
Well, all right, before we get started, man,
Yeah.
shout out to everybody that's been viewing the channel, everybody that's been viewing the Instagram. I don't know, we've been kind of killing,
I looked at the numbers today on the Instagram reels, and it's
we're up, bro.
Yeah, it's every other one. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. It depends on what the content is, whatever.
Yeah, we've gotta you and I'll talk more probably off camera, but I think we gotta start using the account more. We gotta start commenting and interacting with other Game of Thrones stuff, and then I think that's when the followers are flooding, because the views are there, the audience is there, and it's it's certainly but no, shout out.
Increase the engagement. Yeah, because it's like I'm telling you, man, nobody was really like, when we're off season, you know what I mean, I might throw a video up there every now and then, but like it's going up 1,000 times fold. Yeah, I mean, thousands and thousands of times, 10,000 times fold, actually. You know what I mean? Like, so it's lit, man. But how you doing, man? You doing good, man? How'd you just, like, before we get into recapping the episode, just, I guess, let's give me your feels, man. Like, how'd you feel about it?
My feels going into this, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, people in the comments, you yourself, Los, but like, I feel like going into this, was there, aside from maybe our significant others we watched it with, but I feel like a very high percentage of the audience and just those immersed in this story and show knew what was going to happen this week. And
yes, I got that feel, because basically, based on the accounts that like I'm seeing a lot, like from that page, I'm like, people was breaking it down. Like, people are breaking it, like, they're, and I'm like, okay, all right. So I get that feeling too, that there's a lot of like book readers, so to speak. I mean, that are into this,
and that's I mean, it's this, we've said it in past episodes, and I think it'll continue to happen. The showrunner of this show specifically is very true to the book. A lot of the lines, most of the lines, the story, I mean, even the visuals are linking up to what has been depicted through these stories throughout the years before they were on TV. So it is a very book driven TV show. So I think that's great. I love that, because that means we can all just kind of, it is what it is, and we can all come together and there's no arguments. But at the end of the day, I think this episode was what I saw on my timeline touted as the best so far, penultimate, 10 out of 10 from a few accounts that I follow, but I would probably peg it down a few. And
I would too. Actually, I would too. It's still in the 9s though. And that's the thing. Like when we're talking about Game of Thrones, like stuff, like George, like, we're talking, and you think about the highest rated episodes, like we're arguing for the 10th of the decimal, you know what I'm saying? It's a 9.8 versus 9.7 versus 9.6 versus, you know what I mean? Like, we're not arguing, there's not like 9s going against 7s here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything is up there for like, so this episode it had the action, it had the flashbacks, it had, you know what I mean? It had some stuff in it. It wasn't, and we'll get into the recap of it, and just getting into these characters. But it was really good. But like, we could be mincing words and nitpicking if we want to try to, like, I don't think we can give it anything less than like like, if we talking about IMDb ratings, like, we can't give it less than a 9. Like, it's a 9 something.
I think my biggest, honestly, and I think we might disagree here, but I think my biggest gripe with this episode was how long the flashback was.
Okay.
And because of that, I think there were at least 5, if not more than 5 key events during the Battle of Seven that were either a flash. If you blinked, you missed it. We didn't even see a couple of them.
Yes, no, for sure.
And now we just have to kind of fill in the blanks, whereas we could have spent a little more time slowing that down.
You're right. But I think when we do talk about this episode in full, I think I might get you to come around.
Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I wanna give it a higher score by the end of this. That's my goal.
So speaking of though, knowing kind of what's happening before what happens, right?
Yeah.
So obviously I've been on a mission. Like I've been like, yo, I've been locked in, and I'm like, I'm looking at stuff as I go through, and I'm thinking of characters, and I'm looking up characters. And then you know what I said? No, this is what happened, right? So I have an Audible account, right?
Oh.
And I've let it, like you forget that you have an Audible account sometimes.
You get like a credit a month or whatever.
Yes. So I got like 12 credits right now, right? I like 13 credits.
So you got the whole George R. R. Martin series for free, basically.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, man, where do I want to go with this, right? So like let me just see what's out there, right? So I started looking up like George R. R. Martin books, right? And then so obviously like, cause I don't know. I should have looked up the order and everything like that, whatever. But I'm looking and I'm seeing descriptions, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to watch or listen. I can't. And here's the thing: I can read. Obviously, I'm very literate.
Yeah.
But I don't have time to like sit there like an audiobook. I can literally do everything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I can live my life and digest the book. You know what I'm saying? That's why audiobooks are good. Like, because you can still live your life. Like I don't have to take a pause. Like I'm listening to shit in the car. I'm listening to this shit while I'm playing the fucking game, bro. Yeah. I'm listening to this shit a little bit at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I can listen to this as I'm living, my dude. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm looking, and so like the first ones that come up are actually like, and I would guess like the songs of Ice and Fire and stuff like that. But like, and it tells you the description. It's like, oh, this is based off of the first season of Game of Thrones. This is based off the second. And I'm like thinking, I don't know. I don't need, like, I love those stories. I've seen Game of Thrones multiple times. I've probably seen that series maybe 4 times in total. Yeah, I mean, like watched it through maybe 4 or 5 times, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, I know there will be more to it, but I don't need that, right? So I'm like trying to say, and I'm like, all right, well, how far do I want to go, right? So I'm going, I'm looking, and I came across probably the perfect piece that you could utilize as well, right?
Okay.
Because this book is called The World of Ice and Fire, and this is a comprehensive history of all of Westeros. So what it does is, right, bro, and again, like if you even like the one that's like the first season of Game of Thrones, right? That fucking book is like 36 hours, right? So I'm thinking like, man, like I don't need that, right?
Yeah.
However, and they're all long. They're all long when they're read back to you. This one, it was the shorter one, but it was still long. This was a shorter one that I seen right away. And then when I realized and I looked at the table of contents, I was like, no, this is the one I want. So the World of Ice and Fire gives you a comprehensive history of all of Westeros, bro. So it takes you back from Aegon's conquest even before Aegon's conquest. It takes you to the first men all the way to, you know what I mean, where we're at. And then like there's chapters of the kings of all the different target. And so like that's what I'm doing right now. So like this, and I obviously I'm not at where we're at right now in terms of like Duncan Egg, but it's crazy because I just listened to the chapter on Aegon II, which is basically the dance of the dance of the dragons. You know what I mean? Like that's House of the Dragon. And I ain't gonna lie, like some of that I'm like, all right, there's so much that happens in that reign that it's like, whoa, it's kind of confusing me a little bit, whatever. But like I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna do that. So like obviously I'm gonna catch up and I'm gonna get to but like I've learned so much, right? And like some of these houses that don't get talked about anymore. And then and it's crazy because I'll make one connection, right? I'll make one connection for you right now. So, right, everybody was making this big old deal about Dunk not using his own sigil and stuff like that. Well, and it's crazy because you love this guy. Did you know that the Baratheon sigil is stolen? Did you know that's not their sigil?
No, I didn't know.
You had no. I know you did. Right. I know you because you don't have because again. I'm
not listening to the book. Yeah. I need the book.
You should though. You should though. You should listen to it. But yes. So what happened was this was during, and I'm not gonna get too crazy on it, but
that's fine.
It was during Aegon's conquest, and so obviously, like here in Westeros, it was just the kingdoms, the 7 kingdoms. They used to just fight each other. Like it wasn't no real structure there, or whatever.
Right.
So in Aegon's conquest, when he lands in Dragonstone and he had to fight people there, whatever, he's fighting, and then he basically just told them, like he got a message to them, like, "Yo, I'm the king of this motherfucker," like whatever. So there were 2 kings that was the loudest in terms of their objections. One was Harren the Black, right? And he ruled obviously that Harren Hall, like, and we know how haunted. We know all this, like we always hear the stories, but it's like hearing it, the comprehensive history of that. I was like, wow, like that's crazy. But then there was another man named Argilac the Arrogant. His last name is Dondarrion, not to be confused with Dondarrion, right?
Okay.
So this house no longer exists because fucking Aegon wiped them the fuck out, right?
Right.
Well, Aegon and his sisters, really. So the Oris Baratheon, right? That's like probably the oldest Baratheon that we know in the records, right?
Okay.
That was Aegon's childhood best friend, and it is rumored that it is his bastard brother, right? So he was the hand. He was basically, Aegon's hand to the king. And when they take over the Stormlands or Storm's End, right, which is the Baratheon house now, that's where Argilac the Arrogant was. And when they wiped him out, whatever, Aegon gifted him everything, and then Baratheon was like, you know what? I'm taking the castle. I'm taking the sigil.
Right.
I'm taking. So this antlers and all, like that's not even. Yes, we know that as House Baratheon, but that was. And his real last name was Dondarrion. That is the original Dondarrion house sigil. And I was like, yo, see, people be lying, bro. People like you don't know what you don't know, man.
There's a viral clip of Tekashi 6ix9ine going, I stole that shit. Stole it from him. And it's just like, dude, but and that's like, isn't that like, it's just the parallels kind of like, isn't that like the Indians here and the settlers coming and like, kind of like stealing the land and taking their whatever.
Yeah. And I was definitely seeing the parallels, and obviously it's not a clean parallel to anything, but like I learned, all right, who the first men are, who the Rhoynar actually are, who the Endos are, like, and you learning that through this. And the Rhoynar basically become the people of Dorne, and like they really remind you of like the Egyptians, because the Rhine River was like their mother, and like I'm like, oh, Nile River, like, I mean, like I'm getting that vibes. And then they're like tanner in skin, and then like they would have women, they didn't mind if women ruled, and I'm thinking like, well, yeah, the Egyptians had Cleopatra, they had Nefertiti, I mean, so like there's a lot of parallels. The first men would be the closest thing to maybe Native Americans, for real.
Yeah.
And then the Andals are like the white people, the true Anglo-Saxon white people.
Right. So
it's crazy. It's just crazy.
And is that book, is that a George R. R. Martin book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is a George R. R. Martin. Yes.
It's by
the world of Ice and Fire.
And it's basically the Cliff Notes ChatGPT version of everything you need to know about what's going on, major events, major names and players. And then all of the other stuff to fill in between, watch the shows kind of situation.
Yeah, probably watch the shows, or you could listen to those.
And obviously the books.
Those books. In between. But like it was so helpful, and I'm like, because I even wonder like how, because I don't even understand the extensiveness of his books. Like how many of these stories is he actually telling?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Did he tell all these stories already, or is he, and like, because what's the issue? Like, and if people do have an issue with it, then why didn't they pick the earlier stories to start with? You know what I mean? That are already done, if they are done.
Right.
So
because if we already have an A to Z of Aegon's conquest, why didn't we start there? Why did we choose? Why did HBO choose to start at the Song of Ice and Fire if it was already interesting? Okay.
Yeah.
And that just
it was crazy, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not a reader either, as we know, but audiobooks, something I've toyed around with. I get into kind of the same way, but like the AI voiceover kind of character novel graphic YouTube videos pop up on my algorithm and TikTok now. So I've been kind of watching. There's essentially an audiobook is the same thing. So yeah, okay, but it's from I'm gonna check that one out just to have
World of Ice and Fire,
base,
just for everybody.
We need the whole.
Because you only need you only kind of need the base. Like if you want the day to day of how everything got to where it was, then I think that's when you read the books and you hope for the shows to come out.
Right.
But like this cover, and it's overkill almost, like, because bro, I'm on like Aegon the Third right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever. Or I think I'm on like Darren the First right now. And it's crazy, like the succession and all, even some of the names, like, bro, I guess it would be supposed to be pronounced Aenys, whatever, but it's they say Aenys,
right?
Aenys, Aenys, like that was
Aenys Targaryen, probably. There's probably like a spin on it, like a Nis.
And even like Jacaerys, like they pronounced it Jacaerys. I was like, oh,
it's interesting. That might have been just a mistake on the reader's part.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, interesting. Yeah, man. I mean, the lore. The lore goes deep, and I mean that would even kind of just all of that would then even fast forward into kind of like what's happening now. I don't know if you saw my bit of news to bring to the table this week is the fact that Peter and Dexter, who are Dunk and Egg, that's the real names, Peter and Dexter, they're on media tours right now.
Yes.
And innocent little Mr. Swagoo, Dexter has been just dropping all of the like straight up Tom Holland Spider-Man spoiler alerts.
Yes. Did you see the one that I saw?
I saw I think there were two prominent ones. One was a casting leak potentially with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, Cavill, yes.
So Henry Cavill. So rumors
Superman.
Rumors in the Twitter sphere are that Aegon's Conquest is once again officially being developed. We do not know if it's going to be a TV show at HBO or a theatrical movie release.
Okay.
And so with that, people are leaning towards it might be a movie with Henry involved. And he's kind of been, I think, rumored to be a part of potentially the casting for a Game of Thrones series for a while now. So it could either be one, he's going to be Aegon in Aegon's Conquest.
See, no, I didn't hear that. I heard that he's supposed to be playing Daemon Blackfire.
Daemon Blackfire from the Blackfire Rebellion for flashbacks in season 2. Now that's a little bit more likely. But there's a couple swirlings within that. And I mean, if they do a movie for Aegon's Conquest, they could have him in both. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, and then on our page, bro, like just the algorithm you're seeing. I even just seen something where it was like it showed, Amelia Clark and Kit Harington, and they're like, yo, they are in production with the continuation of the Game of Thrones. Like, and I'm like, and I didn't look into it, so it could be fake. Yeah, it could be bull crap. I was like, wait up. I don't think they're working on they got all this other stuff that they want to work on. And that's the thing, man. We've been talking about this too. Like, and no shade to George, man, but like, and I showed you a video too, man. And I'm not saying that, everybody gets their inspiration in different ways. Right. But my man is restless at home, man. Just doing whatever, banging on drums, jumping in the pool.
I'll put the clip in.
Do you have an update on the Winds of Winter? It's the same update I've been giving for a long time. I continue to work on it. It continues to get longer and longer. I mean, I was working on it the day before I flew back here for 3 or 4 days, but I was rereading some chapters that I'd written earlier, and I didn't like them well enough, and so I kind of ripped them apart and rewrote them, and I've had some ideas while I've been on this trip. I got to get back and hopefully get to it while the ideas are still fresh in my head. It's a big book. I've said that before. It's a challenging book.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I'm not saying he's not working, but it's like, but he talking about I didn't like it, so I tore up chapters and I rewrote, and I'm like, see, that's your problem.
And that's it. Well, and I think I might have mentioned that earlier in the season. He leaves it go for so long, and then once he gets back to it, he forgets what he wrote, so he has to reread the last couple chapters and then determine, those were garbage. Now I got to start back again. It's one step forward, two steps back with him every time. Just to clarify on one of the last things you said, as far as I know, when they were originally years ago talking about a Jon Snow reboot, it was brought to our attention that like Kit Harington is done with this franchise due to the mental health. He wasn't acting for like 4 or 5 years after Game of Thrones because of it. So it just, I think. I doubt we'll see Emilia Clarke and Kit Harington.
That's what I'm saying.
Again.
I can't see that happening. Whatever. So
yeah.
See, I've been just bombarded with so much content, and I was like, man, I got to do my own homework. And I was gonna just kind of skip to this era, but then I just got enthralled because I was like, I do want to know about Aegon's conquest. Oh shit, I do want to know about the first.
I want to know about I want to know about him and his 2 hot shit sister wives. I want to know.
It's crazy, and just all the names that have been recycled, even with the dragons. Like,
dude,
they've named so many dragons after these people.
And the other thing too, I think what is kind of bringing and making this series specifically, this season specifically, a really, really good story that we have this weird emotional attachment to, because when we're watching House of the Dragon, that is so far disconnected from everything else we've seen thus far. Whereas A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is so close to the main Game of Thrones series.
It's close to both, actually. It's close to both, actually. Like, it feels like,
but like Egg,
because it's in the middle. It's in the middle. Like
Egg's, I think Egg's son is the Mad King. It's like his son or his grandson.
It would be his grandson. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, his grandson is the Mad King. Yeah,
right. So we're not like far off from Jon Snow and all of them being born.
And it's crazy because I was actually gonna, like, it was like today, I was like, I'm just gonna skip to the Mad King section. And then, like, bro, there's like still like 8 more kings I gotta get through. And I said, no, I can't do I'm just enjoy the ride, man. I'm gonna enjoy the ride. Yeah. I'm gonna go for it. But yeah, bro, it's crazy, like, learning about the kings that decided to build the King's Road, and the king that decided to finish the Red Keep, or the kings that decided to put walls around King's Landing, or how King's Landing became a big trading center. Like, it's so extensive. And that's what I'm thinking, like, how long, because they said that he changed stuff in some of his books back in 1996. So I'm thinking, like, motherfucker, how long was these books published? Like, how old are these books?
Just when you think about it, it's when you are creating such a vast universe that ranges hundreds, if not thousands of years from the beginning of whenever it started. I mean, it's a paradox, right? He can create an infinite reality in which he is living in. He can release a book tomorrow that brings Dany back to life, and she has dragons again, and she's Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I mean, it's essentially, so I think it's a situation where it's been like 11 years. So I mean, to say that he started in 1996 isn't too far off, So it's an interesting, man. It's every show that they release, every news article, every episode that we continue to watch, I think we all kind of get deeper and deeper into it.
Yes.
And it's interesting that, I mean, I guess that's how Star Wars fans feel, I guess, right? Because it's a constant bombardment of shows and series and stories.
But Star Wars started with Star Wars, though. Yeah, right. I mean, like, it didn't start with, like, there wasn't books before Star Wars is Star Wars. Like, that is the first thing. Yeah, I mean, and then they go back and make movies, and so it's a little bit different because, like they didn't really have source material. They just kind of like they thought about it, and then they kept producing at a high clip. And then I would think too, George Lucas is not a part of Star Wars anymore. You know what I mean? Like he's not creating the films anymore. You know what I mean? So it's similar, but it is different. And that's what I'm saying. For this to truly take off, like if they want it to be Star Wars, George is gonna have to he's gonna have to let it go a little bit.
Right.
Like he's gonna have to really, you know.
That's what you said.
But again, it's like when you are arguing with people about source material and like what's accurate, and it's like, all right, well, you know, I mean, you clearly want the money, bro.
Well,
like
then
you
it's
clearly,
that right, and then it's like going out in public to like Comic-Con and saying like, well, obviously when I finish writing the books, it'll be a different ending than how the show ended. Well, then why weren't you like? Why didn't we figure it out?
Because he's enjoying his wealth. He's like. And that's the thing. I said it a couple episodes ago. Like I don't know how much money he's made off the books, but I know he's made way more.
He's a billionaire. I would imagine. It's a billionaire. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a love-hate relationship. You know what I mean? We can't fault him too hard for it. But I get it. Yeah, I get it. All right, you want to jump in? Let's do the episode.
Yes.
Let's recap this thing, man. Man, we jump right in. We don't skip a beat. It's right where we left off. It's the beginning of the tournament, and we're getting a pep talk from our boy Unc, our favorite uncle. And Dunk and Raymond are just vomiting everywhere. Nerves. Oh my god.
Green fucking boys.
I wrote that's my first note. Green fucking boys. And I mean, you know, I'd probably be throwing up too, so that's fine at the end of the day. Yeah. But basically the plan is don't die. And the Night Guard,
stay on your horse as long as you can, motherfucker. Like I mean,
and basically another kind of shoe-in slam dunk for them is what should have been is that the King's Guard cannot harm Baelor. So it's like she can't so that should be 3 now that are out. We've got Darren, who's just going to kind of fall off his horse, and 2 Kingsguard who can't attack their strongest player. So it should be kind of looking good for him. But then I wrote down every line that, of course, Lionel Baratheon said. And I rewound it a couple of times because I don't think I maybe quite understood the old time language. But he says, "Mother love you best, huh?" And then he says, "Shame. No man fight so fierce as one neglected by his mother." And so,
basically saying, I think I took that to mean that like, damn, bro, it's a shame, man. This fight probably ain't gonna go the way you want because you know what I mean. You wasn't. He wasn't calling him soft, but he was just saying like bro, you kind of came from too much positivity, man. Like you ain't got that hunger like your brother got that hunger. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how I look.
That's how strong because mom gave you more attention. She made you a little more soft. I say, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so that he actually foreshadows a lot. Yeah, I mean, and unbeknownst to us though at the time, like because we don't know we know what is gonna possibly happen, but we don't know how it's gonna happen, right?
Right, exactly. And so, basically, the only time I kind of laughed and smiled in this episode was when Dunk he's talking to Egg right before everything starts, and he's like, "Hey man, you better be here before I get back, or I'm sending the dogs after you." And Lil Egg go, "Whoop!" And I immediately out loud go, "Oh my god, he was trying to be cute and funny," and then Dunk's like, "Bro, you're about to be like, I'm about to fire you. Make one more joke." Like it wasn't a jokey moment, but bless the boy. I mean, his little woof.
Well, I laughed at the vomit. I laughed at the vomit.
I mean, we have to have some sort of excrement.
Yes. Some type of bodily function. Yeah, I mean. So yeah, I definitely laughed at that, and then I thought that was cute, man. He said, "Woof," and then and then the battle is about to start, right? And they don't waste too much time.
He puts his helmet on. Everyone else takes off. Dunk is frozen in fear. Egg's yelling at him for the first time in this episode, screaming, telling him to go. And I think I heard whatever Egg was saying in the beginning Egg wasn't talking to Dunk. He was talking to the horse. He was trying to get the horse to go from his training because he knew Dunk wouldn't, so that was kind of a cool little thing that, that we saw happen. And out the gate, I mean, people were talking about it. It's probably one of the most cinematic shots we've ever seen. It's that kind of that drone shot of Dunk, aerial, and then we like zoom right into the POV of his helmet.
Yes.
And boom, slam,
he
chicken slam.
Fucked up.
My man gets stabbed immediately out the gate.
Immediately. Oh my God.
Out the gate. The chainmail's armor is in and bent in his wound. We find out later. And then bashed on the head, which obviously triggers our chunk of the potatoes of the episode, our flashback.
Yes.
And
I had to time it. So the flashback is like 18 and a half minutes long. Right? They go and so from the rip, Levi, I'm like,
10.
oh, this is some bullshit.
Make it 10. Make it 10.
I said
and
this.
Give me 8 more of the battle. Give me all the important parts of the freaking battle, dude. Go.
But I said camera tricks. Like, we're doing camera tricks on the penultimate episode, right? So I'm pissed off because I'm like, oh, this is what they're gonna do. Like, we're not even gonna see the rest of the battle.
Yeah.
We're not going to see the rest of the battle, the rest of this episode. And I said, wow, they're going to save the battle for the finale. Like they're really going to, and I said, that's not even Game of Thrones style, whatever. So then we're in it though. We're into the flashback, right? Yep. And we see a little boy. He's looking like a bandit. Yeah. And he's taking horseshoes off of dead horses, whatever. Yep. And we're into his world and realizing like, oh, this is Dunk before he meets Ser Arlan, and man, that boy had it rough, man. That boy had it rough, and like even just that, right? Like that has to be terrifying to like you're doing that, whatever, and then the guy that you think is dead takes a gasp and he's just staring at you, dying in your face. Like what kind of like the psycho, like, you know what I mean? Like the trauma from that,
clearly it messed him up, at least in the interim of that moment, because I mean his did we catch her name? Do we know her name?
Rafe.
Rafe. I'm sorry. Yes, that's right. Rafe. Yes. So Rafe shows up and she's like, wait, don't kill it. Like, do we want to kill him or do we want to take him for ransom? So like trying to get him off of this horse, obviously it doesn't go well.
Yeah, and I said, how y'all gonna move a 1,000-pound horse? You know what I
mean? yeah.
By hand.
And so we get a line there as they're kind of walking away and then having some sort of a discussion I wrote down. Dunk says, "The war is over, the Black Dragon is dead." Assuming this is kind of in the Blackfire Rebellion time. Yes. So yeah, definitely we know more to come on that, I think, in season 2, which should be a fun time, according to history. So he dropped that line, and then that takes us just kind of directly into Flea Bottom.
Oh my gosh! And like we've seen Flea Bottom before, but I'm telling you, like we've never seen it like this.
Nah, this was This is a little nasty. This was like they were like solderizing dudes' limbs on the street, like
like it was bad, bro. It was like, yo, this just looks like disease and like just sickness and just like
no
death.
Laws,
like it was and it was creepy, and I said, oh man, they are taking us into the trenches for real. And we meet a character, a shady character. Is it Alisar?
Yes, Alistair, yep.
Alistair. Yep. And I guess I was kind of confused by him. I'm like, well, is he a soldier? Is he like a former soldier? Is he what is he? Is he just like wearing some armor? Like, is he? You know what I mean? Like,
I wasn't sure. Maybe like he was like a knight, and because he lost his hand, he couldn't be anymore, kind of situation. Like, like that's probably what would have happened to Dunk if like things wouldn't have gone his way and they would have taken his arm and leg. Like he just would have ended back up in Flea Bottom as a handless knight potentially. I think I thought he might have been loyalty at first too, but I think it was quickly he's kind of just the neighborhood bully, and I think maybe he did like one or two things, so that like gives him a step up in Flea Bottom, which isn't much, right?
Yeah.
So it's just we kind of get this experience, this life that Dunk is now living, assuming he's supposed to be 16, 17 at the tournament, so I guess 10, 11 here maybe? Something like that.
I could say that, yeah.
And so it's just them living under a building, him and Rafe, and from the looks of it, they're selling all the things they can harvest from the dead soldiers on the battlefield to get enough money to get a boat out of there. And it's kind of this interesting moment where Dunk isn't sure if he wants to go. Like, what if he says, what if this is the best there is? Like, what if we do all this work, spend this money, go here, and it's just like this place, but we don't even have like a little hut underneath the building to live in anymore. What if? And obviously I think Rafe has the dreams of grand gesture and just, always improving and making a better life for herself. And so the events that set it off, she initially steals the guy's Alistair's his ale bag, his ale sack, yeah. And so then he meets her on the street. He said, "Give me the back," and then she immediately again takes his knife. And I thought she was going to do something to him. And
yes, like she was not even on her P's and Q's, like, because I'm thinking like, all right, you take the knife. They didn't run, right?
First of all, right?
You realize, like, when I watched it, I'm like, damn, he was mad. They were mad close to each other. Like, he went like 5 steps and then he already caught her. And I'm thinking like, what the fuck? Like, they didn't think about running. She didn't anticipate him like coming from behind. Like, it wasn't even a struggle of like her trying to stab him.
Yeah.
This guy just takes the knife back and just off the rip, like, splits her open, bro.
Yeah.
Right in front of my young boy's face.
Yeah.
Blood. That's his girl. He loves this girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so now even knowing too, like, Dunk's history with women, every single girl he's kind of interested in is either dead or like on the run for her life.
And he got a type. He like them brown girls.
I noticed that. Them light skin, curly hair.
Yeah.
But so
and so I was confused too, man. So obviously they had some coins and they didn't have enough to get out of there. But it seemed like she had more coins in the bag than even what she presented. Like, it seemed like there was a little bit more, and I was thinking like, was she like saving up for? And I don't know. Monet was like, no, those were the only coins she had. I was like, no, but like, more came out of that bag than what she, you know what I mean? So, but I was like, maybe I'm just looking too deep into that. She was like, no, like, that's just all they had, whatever.
Yeah.
And but yeah, man, the girl, she meets her demise like right away.
R.I.P. Ray.
And I was like, what the hell? And then, my man, he tries to avenge her.
He bites his neck. Is that what happens?
His ear and neck, and he's going in. Bro, and I thought it was over for Dunk, man. I thought obviously I knew it wasn't over, but I was like, yo, how's he gonna get out of this?
I mean, my man, Ser Arlan, just remember all of a sudden the Knight's Oath just pops right into his head. He said, "You're harming a kid," because they then stabbed him. He was like, yo, poke this boy. Stabbed Dunk in the leg. Stuck him in the leg. Arlan comes out of the bar drunk, vomit, cut a bitch's head off.
Oh my God.
Let's rank, okay? Top beheadings, ranked from top to bottom. Ned Stark, the guy who called the kids bastards in House of the Dragon, or
the tongue was
one.
man.
Rank the beheadings. I mean, and then the pigs start eating his head. Like,
it was so bad. Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna get a beheading off of just like
off the
quick
rip.
combat like that. Like, you know what I mean? I said, whoa.
Was this also just yet another wonderful introduction to Ser Arlan? I mean, it kind of just solidifies who he is, who he was, like whether he was a knight, even at his most intoxicated, he abided by those laws and protected the innocent and the children being attacked in this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a very, very interesting time with him. And so Dunk basically is continuously bleeding from his leg. He has no wherewithal or any way of how to fix this. And just hears Arlan stumbling through the streets the next day and decides, I'm just gonna follow this dude. I'm just gonna follow this guy and hopefully maybe one day it'll work out.
And I don't know why I wonder why he didn't like announce himself sooner. You know what I mean? Like I wonder, like, cause he let himself struggle.
Oh, boy was
almost die.
He was almost dead. He was white. He was pale. I thought he was dead.
Withered away. Like, and I'm like, bro, you were in his camp touching his stuff. Like, not now. You shouldn't wake him up, right? In that instance, but like, there were many moments that you could have said like, Hey, sir, I need your help, sir. And then, you know,
he would have helped you like he did. Yeah. Interesting parallel. Dunk in the camp while Arlan is sleeping. To Egg in the camp while Dunk is sleeping. Just kind of there. So it's so that then kind of it takes us. I have the translation. Arlan was singing a song at the fireplace.
Oh my God, that was really weird. All that Dothraki stuff, and then they kept it going even when he wasn't actively singing, like on camera. They kept the voice going the whole time, and I'm like, what is that? Yeah, what is he singing?
So it's a Dothraki song, and it basically translates to. I don't want to butcher this. Here we go. The ropes of death enwrapped me. Ungodly men have made me afraid. The ropes of hell abound me. The sorrows of death prevented me. In my distress, I called upon you, the great stallion, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my strong enemy. Beat them small as the dust before the wind. I will cast the evil out as the dirt in the streets. Courage is my salvation, mercy is my light. Make my feet like hinds' feet, that my step would not blunder. Gird me with might, that I destroy them that hate me. I will cast the evil out as the dirt in the streets. Courage is my salvation, mercy is my light. It's just an interesting. I didn't know what or how far that people knew of the Dothraki, but just based on what we've seen from the main Game of Thrones series, so interesting that like their campfire songs are passed down to people of Flea Bottom and common folks at night or potentially. So I thought that was interesting. And then last but not least, for the flashbacks, I don't know if you caught this or not, but when Dunk was in the camp, it looked like there was a grave there that Ser Arlan, I'm assuming, just dug up and buried a body in. And I'm pretty sure it was a squire, his old squire. I'm pretty sure I thought I saved something along those lines, but I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure they were in a battle and his squire died, and that's why he no longer had one. And I'm pretty sure that grave was there. I might have to go back and watch it, but I thought there was a hump in the ground with a helmet on it. Dunk picked up the helmet, and that was kind of that situation. And then basically Arlan says, "Get up," and that's when we flash back, right?
Yeah. this motherfucker got fucked up so bad that he got concussed for fucking 18 minutes.
Yeah.
18 real-time minutes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, what? And then it's time to battle. And I was like, wow, they brought it back. But then I'm thinking like, there's not enough time. Like how they gonna do this? There's not enough time. But they did, I think they did a good job of trying to focus the battle on who mattered, right?
Yep.
And who mattered was Aerion and
Aerion and
Dunk.
Right? Yep.
Aerion and Dunk.
Yep.
And bro, I'm like, bro, Dunk, he cannot fight. He cannot fight at all. Like his only advantage was that he was stronger than Aerion.
Yep.
But overall, though, he took so many puncture wounds.
Dude, so Aerion stabbed
I don't know how he's
him
alive.
like 2 more times. He stabbed him through the hand. He stabbed him, I think, again, maybe in the chest somewhere.
Yeah.
His eye, he got jousted in the eye.
He got hit with a mace in his head. Also, you know what I mean?
Like, dude has stamina, dude. Like it is.
Yeah.
It's it
was given like the mountain, like it was like in terms of like you know how you can't beat it don't matter what you do to the mountain, like you can't beat him, you know. It was given that, and I was like I know his armor is not that great. He has all these wounds. His eye is fucked up. Like everything was messed. Like he even got stabbed like near the. And I thought he almost lost his eye. I said, "What the fuck?" Like whatever. But like he got stabbed somewhere in his head. Like it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
And for a moment, it looked like that was it. You know what I mean? The egg is yelling from the rafters. Get up, get up, get up. Aerion's like, hey guy, blow the hammer, dude. Let's go. I'm ready to go home. I've got things to do. I don't want to just he's dead. Blow the hammer.
I'm surprised that Aerion, I'm surprised he was able to still walk because it looked like I'm like, oh, that's a femoral artery right there, like where he got sliced in his leg. I said, oh, you could die from that, bro.
Yeah. Well, did he get sliced before Dunk fell? I think he got sliced after Dunk got up. I thought maybe
it still was.
Anyway, you're right. So Dunk's obviously not dead. The egg's yelling at the top of his lungs to wait. Don't blow the horn, dude. If you blow it, I'm gonna be pissed. He didn't blow the horn. Dunk gets up, and now it's just the final like one-on-one blow of the battle. And in that moment, you know what I mean? Aerion gets injured. We hear his dad, Mr. Maker, coming in the distance. My boy. Everyone's calling him the father of the year for that line. And I'm like, bro, you didn't give a shit about this kid like 6 days ago. Like, and so it was in that moment when we hear Maker yelling, my boy, Dunk is getting up to see what happens. Maker stabs Baratheon's horse, and then has a little sword combatant with him and swings his wand with the ball chain. I don't know what that thing's called.
Mace. That's called a mace.
And that's the moment he bashes his brother in the back of the head. It's quick. You have to. It is like a split. It is a 2-second scene. They show it, but if you don't know it's there, you wouldn't have seen it. It is the most rushed, combative. It was actionable. There was action. There was violence. Yes. There was everything we need in a Game of Thrones scene like this. But if they could have shaved off 8 minutes from that flashback and just maybe gave us a battle between some of these characters with a little less fog on set, that we could actually see who is who and what's going on and what brother and what guy is fighting who for at least, I don't know, maybe at least 30 seconds, that would have been a perfect episode for me. Because
you're right. Like I thought like they should have paid a little bit more respect to the battle.
Yeah.
They should have spent a little bit more time with it, especially with a major character in terms of hierarchy. Because like not in terms of this story, he's not the main character. Baelor's kind of secondary, but in terms of hierarchy, like give some respect to him. But at the same time, when we think about all these people, we don't know any of these fucking characters. You know what I mean? So it's like we don't have any connection to any of them, and that's why.
But we have over the last 4 weeks, and
no, we don't know Beesbury. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Like we don't know. Like all those other guys that died and stuff like that. We have no connection to them at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I could see why that was ignored a little bit. And I'm thinking like, all right, and I think the episode. Because when you look back at it, no, they made up for all the action with the action in the flashback. Because it wasn't just some dreamy flashback. Like there was a lot of action in the flashback. We get a girl there's a lot of mortal wounds. You know what I mean? Like 3 people died in that flashback. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, 4 people if you consider the guy from the horse too.
Yeah.
So I think they tried to make up for it, but then I was thinking like, yeah, I did want to see more battle, but like I don't know who the fuck Beesbury is. I don't know who the two, because when we talked about what the teams were, you named 2 guys that we didn't even see at all. Like they were not even shown on camera, like whatever. So I'm like, who the hell is this? So, and they had the same name, Humphrey this, Humphrey that, and I'm like, well, who the fuck is that? Like, and then we definitely didn't know everybody that was on Arion's side. We only really knew his dad and Sir Stefan,
his brother, Sir Stefan, 4.
But then like there was
the 3 Kingsguards, whatever,
yeah. So overall it is rushed. I won't disagree that, but I could see why they did it in a sense, because it was like I think they felt like they made up for it with the flashback and just with the fighting, because it would, again, if it was just some dreamy flashback and like sentimental, then that would have sucked like that in 18 minutes of that. But
so the last kind of part of the battle then there is Dunk gets back up and he basically just uses his weight and his strength and to overpower Aerion and essentially have him, like, he gets punched twice in the face and we're done. I can't have more than a broken nose and be out for more than 2 weeks. I yield.
He's like, no, motherfucker.
Drag that bitch to the judge, withdraw the accusations. And I mean, talk about MVP maybe of the episode, Chippy, who cheers for Dunk once he gets a punch off on Aerion in the crowd.
And we've seen her face, she's been intrigued with like what's been happening with him. Like I've been seeing her in the background, and I'm like, who's that? Who's that girl? Whatever.
So that's it. He yields. They blow the horn. It's game over. We're done, and that's the end. It was quick. It felt like 30 seconds to me. I don't know, it might have been me, but it was
a bit longer than that.
It
but
was
that
good.
Fight, him fighting Aerion was long. Like they actually fought, and like I'm telling you, like he was fucking Dunk up, bro. He was stabbing, like Dunk has so many wounds, and I'm like, how is he alive?
Right.
How is he alive?
Yeah, he shouldn't be. I don't think he should be. And so then we kind of just get this regrouping. We find out 2 or 3 died off screen. I think both Humphreys, are both.
Yes,
they're
Beesbury died.
I think they're dead. Baratheon's still alive, obviously. And man, we discussed it. I was like, okay, we're all up and standing. We're okay. Dunk's kneeling before him. He's like basically pleading his life to the prince to be. And Baelor's like, yeah, man, I need good men. I got you. We're in this together. And
so yeah, he's still standing. So we knew, and we alluded to it last episode. We knew that, and we talked about it, like, Baelor never becomes king, right? So we're like thinking like, so, and we're like, oh, well, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like he's gonna die. He's gonna die. But then as I'm watching, I'm like, this motherfucker ain't dead yet. Like I was like, was it like a cheap shot after the fact? Like when the hell does this guy perish? Whatever.
No,
so he's just talking, and they're like, dang, yo, like, all right. He's like, yeah. You'll get tended to, but after they tend to me, like, all right. So, and they're looking at him, they're taking a look.
Ramsay knew. Ramsay, I think they said if you look on Ramsay's face, he's got, again, it's quick, but like he like knew.
Well, he knows when he takes it off, but like first he said, damn, he's like, yo, this helmet's kind of stuck to
So here's the issue. It's not his armor. And that's why if it would have been fitted for him, it would have protected him. But because it's not his armor, he wasn't prepared to do any tournament games. Like he wasn't ready for the second coming of a trial by 7. It was just supposed to be an easy weekend where his son gets his rocks off beating other knights. Like that was it. And so he had to borrow his brother or cousins or whoever else's armor to join Ser Duncan's side. His helmet was too big, a little bit of space in between him and the head, and that's essentially what did him in. And so, yeah, that was it. Peacefully in Dunk's arms. And I mean, it's, his brother took him out, and it's this situation now where his brother Maker was never supposed to be in line for the throne, and now everything's diverted and it changes history in the course of forever. And that's it. And so my first initial question, I guess, off the rip is why do you think if a kind of sudden, slow, just in the back room of the fighting ring, Baelor, he's down, Dunk's kind of holding him. Like it was kind of, it seemed like a peaceful moment between all of them. Would you agree? Like when he went, it wasn't like, it was a shock, but like they treated it with care and respect. But when an episode ago, when we're told by Darren Dreamer Targaryen, like a dragon with the biggest wings of the land that spread across the sea is going to fall on you, and it's going to be dead, and you're going to be alive, and it's like that's
what he's talking about.
I understand that, but I was expecting like Baelor's whole horse and his person is going to fall on Dunk, and that's like he made it be this massive kind of event from the Dragon Dream, when in reality it was kind of this peaceful, like careful, like we just laid him down on a hay bale and now he's gone kind of situation. Like, I understand that those were the events that followed suit, but like it would seem like to me then, like, okay, so Darren had a dream about a dragon falling on Dunk. Well, if I have a nightmare, usually like a dragon falls on me every other week in my nightmares. Like, I understand that is exactly what's happening, but the correlation between the two events and how Darren described it and how it actually happens, it would seem to me like it's not cause for like being a drunk and having to mute yourself. Like if your dreams are kind of cartoonish and over exaggerated in a way, then who cares? Like what's it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I'm nitpicking, I feel like at this point, but it was a good episode, and I enjoyed it. And I mean that was the wrap. I mean, he died in Dunk's arms, and that was credits, right? There was not too much.
Yeah, it wasn't too much after that. Like again, this episode was really good.
Yeah.
But it's not the best episode.
Do you? No. And so I think back to my initial question, is that would we have been more into it if we didn't know exactly what was going to happen? Because the whole time, essentially, we're holding our breath. We know Dunk lives, essentially. We weren't too maybe sure, I don't know about Aerion, but he probably lives too. And then like we knew Unk was gonna take it. And so like does just knowing that diminish everything else? I mean, yes, there were some WTF moments in the flashback and obviously throughout the episode, and the action was great, but
I don't know. I don't know if it would have made it better, because I think it would have been. I think we would have felt even more cheated. I think it not knowing, because it's like I think you're anticipating all this, and then for it to be rushed, you're like, damn, what the fuck? Like they just killed this guy like that. Like it would have. Well, it might have stung. It might have probably stung longer, but that doesn't necessarily make it a better thing. Like when Ned Stark gets killed like early in season 1, right, that fucks you up. Like that fucked you up, and like so we might have had that feeling, whatever, but it didn't make it. I don't know if it would have made it better not knowing. I'd have just been like, damn, like what the hell? Like, why'd you even introduce this character to?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the significance of that? So, granted, that's the only person that stood up for him. And in the after episode, they talk about like, yo, this show reminds you that like, yo, Baelor was the only person trying to do the right thing.
Right.
But if you watch this universe long enough, you know that doing the right thing never does you well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No good deed goes unpunished, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, like he wasn't playing the Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah.
He fucked up, man. He was a little bit too nice. He wasn't fully prepared. Even though, and that's what I'm saying, you're saying it wasn't his armor, but like he came in there. See, that's the thing. What he came in with is different than what he got taken off his head, though. Like when he came in the first time, that was a different helmet. That was I feel like that was a whole different helmet when he first came in last episode, in episode 4. When he's riding in there, it looks totally different than that helmet.
You mean versus at the end of this episode?
Yeah.
So the whole helmet was cracked and his visor was missing. So the whole thing got fucked up. His whole head got fucked. So I would imagine it was the same. But that's probably why it looks different, because he just got bashed over the head.
Yeah. And that's the thing though, is what the controversial thing there is like, all right, we know why we're fighting this battle of 7, right? And the thing is, we don't know who is who. Like, we can't tell who is who. Other than the antlers and other than this dragon helmet, we can't. You know what I mean? And Dunk, because he's first person. You know what I mean? Point of view.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, all right, time out. Like, these brothers, they know they can tell who each other are. Nigga, like motherfucker, like
why are you hey, we're not hitting each other, right? Like, why are they fighting?
Yeah, why are you going crazy on me, bro? Like you hit me in the back, like his brother knew way. And the thing is, it would have been different if he would have died via joust, because it's like, all right, we can't really help that. Like, I'm aiming, but like I don't know if I'm gonna actually hit you the same way in a joust, because we got all this horsepower literally that's driving us to each other, and something bad is bound to happen. No, that's not how he died. He died from his brother's hand, like literally, like you know what I mean. Like he swung that mace and clocked him, knowing what could possibly happen. You know,
that's an interesting thought too. Like, why? Like, okay, like, yeah, cool, like, you know,
like we're here for them, we're not here for us.
Yeah,
you know
Uncle B, okay, he switched sides, but like, are we gonna attack him, guys? Like, what's the plan here? Kingsguard, what are you guys gonna do? Like, psych, because you can't by law, or we'll kill you.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's just the thing. This has only happened once before in history. No one knows the rules.
Yes, and I heard about that. I heard about that time. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like when they first came to the mainland, whatever. Yeah. So they can essentially make up their own rules. There's some formalities we have to abide by, but like, do the rules of the family and the Kingsguard, and like, can I strike a Targaryen if I'm part of the Kingsguard? Are they out the window? What's the plan? And I think even the one-eyed guy, I think he even said that. He was like, is that in the beginning? He was when Baelor,
Robert Riesling, Robin Riesling.
He was like, the Kingsguard can't hit me, and he's like, are they gonna play by those rules? Like, let's figure it out. So. Yeah, man. Tragedy, R.I.P. Have you watched the trailer preview for next week?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Do you know? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking forward to this season finale, because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like they're kind of playing us with some of the words and scenes and audio over.
Yeah, like where he's like, he's not the knight that I thought he was, or something like that. I'm like, all right, I think that's camera tricks. I don't think that's.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's not about Dunk at all. I don't think.
You don't think? Okay, we'll see.
It might not even be about Dunk at all. Like it's. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
It seems like Makar is like, hey, buddy, you know.
Yeah,
my son loves you, man.
right.
Like, so
So basically, this whole after this event, according to what I've kind of heard and read and seen online, this obviously like changes him for like the rest of his life, dealing with the guilt that they were in this situation to begin with because of his stupid son, and then which then put him brother versus brother, and then it was ultimately his hand who killed him, which now he can't be king. Now he's king and he doesn't want to be king, and it's this whole situation, and it ruins the line and everything that happens. I mean, this is the Duncan egg story is the beginning of the end of the reign of the Targaryens, right? So it's kind of this situation where everything that happens is it's set. So I think having that like, will you adopt my son kind of conversation with Dunk there is comes from a place of now that basically his brother, who was the king to be in line for the Iron Throne, is now dead and has given his life for Dunk. And so in Maker's eyes now, Dunk is to be respected and put on such of a pedestal that like my brother gave all that up for him. Clearly he's respectable and we need to be friends and allies with this person. And so giving him egg is like his prize for winning the trial of 7, I guess, is interesting. I mean, obviously, one of two things happen. Either the season ends with Dunk and Egg going their separate ways, and then season 2, episode 1 is him being on the back of a sheep cart again and showing up in Dunk's camp, and then through events of season 2, they're best friends again and together forever, right? Whatever that, or they're best friends again, they're together forever at the end of this season. So whether it happens a year from now or like next season, right? It's around like that's where we're obviously headed. But yeah, I mean, I think like you said, a few camera tricks in there. We get a Baratheon scene clearly. I think probably at the beginning of next week's episode, just kind of as a recap to the whole thing, basically saying that two things that were said of importance. Baratheon says, Baelor didn't sacrifice anything, going against his own family in Kingsguard. And we also hear Lionel say, we could do great things together to Dunk, which is just a kind of Easter egg or kind of foreshadowing of their inevitable long-winded relationship down the road. There's a whole, there's a whole event that happens 10 to 15 years from now with them. So, it's a fun time. It's not the last time we'll see the antlers. So he'll be a prominent character throughout the series.
If you're talking about like people's kids and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yes. That's pretty cool.
Man, we're wrapping it up. Any predictions, or like, I don't think the only other spicy kind of scene we get from next week's preview is Egg with a knife behind his back in Aerion's room as he's resting, presumably for us to assume that Egg might just go and finish him off.
Finish the job, right?
Yeah, he wants him dead. So
I predict that we get a Tanzel appearance. Like we're gonna see her at some point in time. I know they didn't show that to us, obviously, like, but that would ruin it. I think we get a sighting from her.
Okay.
I think we are gonna see, like, Maekar is gonna talk a little bit more, obviously, and then we're gonna see a side of him that we're like, I'm not saying he is likable, but like it's gonna make him like, okay, like he's not that bad of a guy. Right. It's like maybe he's more misunderstood than anything. Yep. And I think also too, we might even see some of that from Aerion a little bit. Like we might see like some of this, like a misunderstood type of character arc for him as well. So, in terms of Duncan, I don't know. I don't know what's about to happen.
I think I have just a smidge of an interview moment. I believe it was from Dunk and Tanzel, the actor and actress. And I think they're revisiting their relationship in season 2. If what Peter said was accurate in the interview, it was that season 2 is Duncan Egg going to be going to Dorne, trying to find her, and then they find trouble there. Whatever happens, so potentially they might put us into that adventure at the end of this episode. Who knows? I'm curious how they wrap it up, because it would seem that based on what we're seeing in the previews and everything going on so far, I don't think any of these men are fit to fight in any type of tournament games or events. So
it's coming back to that. Yeah,
does a trial of 7 automatically like postpone and cancel out the whole tournament? Like we'll just do it next year because this is a once in a lifetime event. Just be happy you're here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how many other more. I mean, obviously we have a whole crowd full of knights that could have joined, but I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting to see. Another question I have, I'm hoping they answered, does Dunk now get Aerion's armor and horse and whatever is due to him for defeating someone in tournament? Like, does Aerion have to bid and pay to get his stuff back, like the tournament rules, or is that again trial by 7? Who knows? So interesting how they'll wrap it up. But I think that's all the insider knowledge I have, and everything else going on this week, fam. Anything else from the episode?
No, I think it's going well, but yeah, it is leaving us like, this is probably the most, obviously we didn't know what was going to happen in all these other episodes other than this one. Like, this is the only one where we had kind of a little bit more of a clear indicator. And it was actually unintentional. It was not even like, it wasn't like, oh, we knew exactly what was going to happen in Battle 7. Like, we looked that up. I just wanted to know if this guy was ever king. And then I find out, like, what the fuck? What? He died in this event? Yeah. This event. That's the one that I'm about to see. That's when he died. Like, it was a very unintentional spoiler. Yeah, I mean, I was not even seeking that at all. I just was like, damn, this guy seems like a good guy. Man, what was his reign like? And it was like, nah, bro. It was like, nah.
It's that meme. It's that Vince McMahon.
Yeah, like, nah, you don't go there. Why not? What is it? What is it? No. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
It's
yeah. So it was. So yeah, I don't know where this is going. I don't, and yeah, it's a weird, because now that I'm in a world of dragons right now, bro. Like, I'm in the world of dragons right now. So I'm like, this is weird. It's so weird. Like, I don't even know what's about to happen. Like, so
it's fun. It's fun.
It is fun. But yeah, like, is it? Are we gonna get levity again in this, or is it like? Because like it was high. It was like, oh yeah, nice. Then it got serious, and like, this is rock bottom, right? Of like sadness, right? Like, we can't get any sadder than this.
Should be, and that's what I'm thinking. We see some hugs in the preview. I'm thinking it'll be a mild kind of episode. I don't think there's gonna be any more action. Maybe we might see some people fighting or something happening, but I don't think there's going to be a major like sword fight or joust. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's just kind of the repercussions of the event. We'll see Aerion in his bed hurt. We'll see Duncan Egg interact. We'll see him with Maker. He hugs Ramsay at one point in the trailer. It's it'll be calm, I think. And I think it'll be a nice path into season 2, which we know we'll get next year. And then I think they said sooner rather than later, we're getting House of the Dragon season 3, like June or July of this year. So we're now kind of at the point where we're almost steady with, a 6 to 9 month break between HBO shows. So, it's it's been fun. It's been fun so far. I'm excited for the finale. And I can't wait for next week.
Yep, can't wait for next week, man.
All right, man. Well, let's wrap it there, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, your continued support on Instagram at the Recap and Record channel, 280 Plus channel, What Are We Doing podcast channel is always appreciated. The numbers are up. The views are through the roof. Thank you guys so much. We're going to continue posting clips and reels and just Los with the insider information. He's going to listen to the book some more. I'm going to listen to it and just hopefully just immerse ourselves in this universe. So like I said, catch us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the social medias. It's what you're scrolling on right now. Follow us there, hit like, hit subscribe, do it to it. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week for the finale of season 1 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. 6 episodes, 30 to 40 minutes each. Yeah. It's fun. It's a short little, I think it was worth it.
It's a treat.
Yeah.
It's a nice treat.
Little treat. Yep. All right, man. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.